let's talk about this Jaguars game.
Okay.
What are the keys of the game? And let's predict.
Okay, so let's answer the gentleman's question earlier in the show. I'll do it in the 3 keys that must happen in order for them to win. So first of all, let's lay it out again. Is this a trap game? Somebody else's comment? Yeah, 100% it could be.
Definition.
You've got a short week. You're going cross country. You're playing the 10 a.m. game. You're not on prime time. And you just had the biggest emotional win of the season.
And it's Jacksonville.
This is the definition. Against a bad team.
It's not just a bad team. Jacksonville.
You're right. Yeah.
Everyone knows Jacksonville sucks.
Yes.
Always suck. They suck. They're the Cleveland of the South.
Absolutely. So, yes, this could be a letdown. I think it's probably going to be a little bit rough early on. I don't expect a blowout by any means, right? But I will say this. The 3 keys to the game for me are run the ball. Clearly, we just talked about this for almost a whole show.
Yeah.
Run the hell out of the ball. Get to that 30 number. Stop the run because they have James Robinson, who's a pretty good running back himself. And you've got to be opportunistic on defense. You have to get a couple turnovers. At least one. You cannot go a whole game without turning the ball over and expecting your offense to not turn it over. You have to be able to get a turnover or 2 every game, really, to ensure that you're probably going to win that game. So for me, get a turnover or 2, stop the run the ball, you win this game. I'm going 27-17 49ers, but it's close through the whole first half.
Ooh, we disagree in certain senses. Although I'm picking the Niners, but the one key to the game for the Niners, and I think it's very important, and I only have one key to the game for the Niners. They win this game if they don't turn the ball over. If they turn the ball over any times, they could lose. If they turn it over twice, they'll lose. If they turn it over once, it's a coin flip. If they don't turn it over, they win. So it's that serious. They need to have a very conservative game plan and not turn the freaking ball over. Because here's the thing about Jacksonville. What are they? 2-7? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're 2-7. They stink. And their offense is averaging 16 points per game. That's woeful. But their defense all of a sudden is really good. Not just kind of good, really freaking good. So they had their bye week 7. Since then, they've had 3 games. They played Seattle, Buffalo, Indianapolis. Against Seattle, their defense gave up 229 yards. Total. 229 yards. The next week against Buffalo, they gave up 301 yards and won. 6 points, 301 yards, won. Last week against Indy, they gave up 295 yards and lost. Like, these are really good numbers. So over the last 3 weeks, in terms of yards allowed per game, they're ranked 3rd in the league. That's a hell of a freaking defense. So I don't expect the Niners offense to just go off. Like, Indy has a better offense than the Niners. They have a better quarterback than the Niners. They scored 23 last week. The Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen scored 6 against this Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they got Josh Allen, who I would have drafted over Nick Bosa, and I still think is a flat-out stud, and Miles Jack as well. So I think the 49ers, really, they just have to score 17 points to win the game. You score 17, I think you win. Because, I mean, this offense, I like Trevor Lawrence, but damn, this offense sucks. So I'm going to say 17-13 Niners. But if Jimmy Garoppolo gives the ball away, I mean, they could lose. They could definitely lose. That's not just Jimmy, right? It's George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. I mean, if they pass the ball 50 times, they're asking for that turnover to basically score. Asking for it.
Listen, if they don't run the ball, I mean, minimum 25 times, they're not winning this game, I don't believe.
25 is not enough. 35.
They probably need to be at 30 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, 35.
I'm with you.
Because, again, you're going against an offense that you don't need to respect. Run the ball. They're not going to score a lot of points. You have a good defense. They suck. Run the ball. If you don't, you're asking to lose, man. So keys to the game is run the hell out of the ball. Don't turn the ball over and score 17 points. Score 17, 20. 20 would pretty much do it, I think.
For sure. Yeah, listen, I don't see the Jack, but again, that's where the turnovers come in. Right. You start turning the ball over deep in your own territory.
30 points. Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
So it can get ugly. You're right.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. Juan says at golf event, Jimmy G asked about Sermon. JG likes Mitchell better. Well, dude, you need 2 running backs, dude. You need 2. And again, it's so cool that they got Jeff Wilson Jr. involved in all this, but it's like he didn't do that much. How hard is it to get someone to average 3 yards a carry or less and have some like jet sweep blocks? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Did Trey Sermon? I don't get it. I don't know. Anyway, that's the show. Jesse, perfect. I think it was the best show of all time.
Of all time ever?
It was an all-time the best show of all time.
Okay. Listen, I think the show where we lost complete control was probably my favorite, but this was up there. I agree.
That was a good one too. That was a good one too.
Listen, if anybody's going to the Jaguars game, I will be at a lot of those events, the Niner Takeover events. So definitely you can DM me on Twitter, whatever. I'd love to meet you guys. So anybody going to the Jaguars game, I'll catch you there. And anybody not subscribed to Last Second Sports, come on over. Show me some love.
Justin Fields had his one and only breakout game against us. Why do I feel like it's Trevor's time this weekend? Trevor's good, dude. He's probably better than Justin Fields, I would think.
Listen, I feel like this defense at times has been a get-right defense for many quarterbacks. Also, Jimmy G has been a get-right quarterback for a lot of defenses. Either one of those could happen this week. So I'm not putting anything past him.
And not to get too negative, but if Jimmy makes it past Jacksonville, which as I just said, their defense is hot. What's Jimmy's history against Minnesota? What's his history against Seattle? He's got a nice little stretch coming up.
Yeah, that's important.
Any running back be Cook or CMC in this system? Apparently not.
Not Sermon, apparently. They don't believe it.
Not Sermon. Love the show, Grant. Let's go Banana Hands. I think the entire Niner fan base calling him Banana Hands brought out the best in him.
You know he heard it. Come on. Do you have him with you?
No. I almost brought him to the game, but I figured they were going to win, so I didn't. Next time at a press conference, I'm going to raise my hand with the Banana Hands. Hey,
you're going to lose your credentials like that.
Wait, real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my oven mitt.